Hur skapas egentligen pengar? Det kan tyckas som en märklig fråga. Men i själva verket splittrar den olika ekonomer och är en fråga som leder in till själva hjärtat av skuldkrisen.
Hur skapas pengar idag?
Jag vet inte vad jag ska svara på den frågan så det ska bli pedagogiskt bra.
Pengar skapas inte främst av en sedelpress.
When a bank extends a loan, it creates money. Let's say that I want to buy a very expensive watch of 100,000 euros and I don't have the money. I can go to a bank and ask for a consumption loan. Now, if they're a good bank, they say no, that we're not going to give you the consumption loan to buy this expensive watch. But if they do give me it, they don't give me a bag of money. They will just take my credit card, my passport. Perhaps there will be something done on a computer keyboard, some signatures. That's it, right? I walk away with the watch on my wrist, very happily, supposedly. Now, at this point, money has been created. This money didn't exist this morning when I got up and decided to buy the watch and take out a loan. That's new money, fresh money. That's how banks create money. Banks bring new money into the economy as they make out loans.
To a layman, it sounds like, what is he talking about? He can't be serious that macroeconomists have been thinking about the macroeconomy without banks. But that is exactly what has been happening over the last 30 years. Anything to do with banks was fringe activity. Macroeconomists have traditionally thought about banks is as intermediaries, right? Basically, the banks sit there, they wait for deposits to arrive, and if they have enough deposits, they lend them out to somebody else. And that is completely wrong. This is the wrong model of banks, because what happens in reality is exactly the opposite. And I've done this, I'm a banker, I know that that's how it works, and you can read it on many central bank websites, that's how it works. Is that banks, when they decide the economy is good, we are optimistic, we are now making loans, they don't need to wait for any deposits because when they make a loan, they create the deposit. Right there, banks create money out of thin air. People have built their entire careers, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And those people are Nobel Prize winners, they're very important people. And I do not expect that people like that are just from one day to the next going to give that view up.
Paradigm needs to be the paradigm of complexity.
We're zooming into the core of the bow tie.
Stefano Battistone är komplexitetsforskare och tillhör dem som med nya metoder nu försöker undersöka den växande finanssektorns roll i världsekonomin. Hans forskargrupp har för första gången kartlagt hela den globala företagsvärlden.
Here we are following the connections among some of the most well-known financial institutions, and we see how many connections they hold with each other. Institutions like Barclays, Goldman Sachs, but
Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, it's everybody.
Right.
Resultatet är slående. Ett 100-tal bolagsjättar kontrollerar 80% av hela den globala företagsvärlden. Och nästan samtliga i toppen är bank- och finansbolag.
The most important financial institutions are in there, which is not surprising per se, but what is surprising is the level of interconnectedness that they have with each other. So injecting a disease in one of these nodes, you could imagine how fast it could spread out. The question that is raised by this result is whether having such a structure makes the global financial system more stable or more unstable.
Often what people mention when they say, well, it's not a problem when we give more money to the rich because they can invest the money and they create the jobs. That's a possibility, yes. But the other possibility is that they simply lend it back to the bottom 95%. Where did this indebtedness come from? The debt went up among those who were getting a smaller share of the pie.